Welcome back to Narrator's Cut. Today we're going to show you a 2018 horror sci-fi movie called A Quiet Place. If they get a whiff of your presence, they will attack you. A family must live in complete stillness to escape being hunted by unknown monsters who hunt by sound. Enjoy and keep on watching. Aliens with acute hearing and no sight take over the globe and exterminate most of the human population. The Abbott family, consisting of mother Evelyn, father Lee, daughter Regan, who is deaf, and boys Marcus and Beau, live on a remote farm in the forest with their dogs and chickens. They must make particular efforts to avoid producing noise, such as creating sand trails through the forest to avoid treading on crunching leaves and communicating with one another using American Sign Language when necessary. The family is in town for groceries when Beau discovers a toy rocket, which his father orders him to put away since it would create too much noise. In a surprise gesture, as they prepare to go, Regan hands up the toy to him, but without the batteries. Beau sneaks these batteries back into the house after they've left. Beau clicks a button on his toy rocket as he walks back to his house, and the toy rocket begins to make noise. The noise attracts the attention of a nearby creature, which jumps out of the forest and kills him immediately. Following Beau's death, the family seemed to have returned to normalcy, with Evelyn many months pregnant at the filming. Marcus grudgingly goes fishing with his father, while Regan, who is said that she cannot accompany Marcus, pays a visit to Beau's grave. While everyone is gone, Evelyn goes into labor. While she is making her way downstairs, she trips on a nail, causing a loud drop of a picture frame that she was carrying. She turns a switch, which causes the surrounding lights to turn red around the home. When she attempts to walk upstairs, she discovers that one of the monsters has entered the home due to the disturbance. Soon later, the alien makes its way into the basement, and Evelyn uses an egg timer to divert the creature's attention and give herself enough time to escape to the second floor. She starts giving birth in the bathtub upstairs as the thing gets closer to her, and she gives birth. Lee and Marcus, who had just returned from a day of fishing, observe the red lights and decide to create a distraction by lighting fireworks. When Regan notices the pyrotechnics, she dashes back to the home. Meanwhile, Lee enters the house and carries the baby and Evelyn down to the basement. When the infant screams, it brings attention to a monster in the basement. This monster is unsuccessful in searching for the source, but it destroys several water lines. Marcus and Regan climb to the top of a grain silo and start a fire on the roof. The thing remains within the flooded basement as Evelyn awakens, and she hides behind a couch as the creature approaches closer to her. Marcus falls through the ceiling of the silo after getting into a fight with Regan, who leaps after him to save him. A beast emerges and charges towards the silo in the basement, causing Regan and Marcus to flee. With the press of her cochlear implant, Regan produces a high-pitched noise. The beast flees from the silo, tearing a hole in the structure as it does so. Lee locates Regan and Marcus and orders them to get in his vehicle and return home. Regan and Marcus comply. A thing suddenly arrives, attacks Lee, and injures him. Marcus cries from inside the car, drawing the creature's attention to the group of survivors. Understanding that his children are about to die, Lee gestures to Regan, saying, "I've always loved you," before screaming out loudly. The thing then kills Lee, allowing Regan and Marcus enough time to drive back home before the creature strikes again. After returning home, the children are met by Evelyn, whom they embrace. The family retreats to the basement after hearing a nearby monster scream. There, Regan discovers that her father was researching cochlear implants to help her hear better. Regan removes her cochlear implant when a monster enters the basement and bangs it against a guitar amplifier, knocking the creature unconscious. The thing rises to its feet again and attempts to attack them, but Evelyn shoots it in the head, thus killing it. While Marcus and the baby are hiding in the basement corner, Regan and Evelyn examine the screens connected to the security cameras and notice two other creatures running towards the house. Evelyn looks at Regan, smiles, and cocks her shotgun, Marcus and the baby are still hiding in the corner of the basement. That's all there is to it. I hope you like the movie. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more recap movies like this. We'll see you soon. Take care.